Coming up on today's podcast, I've got a tip for married men that will see you live 4 years longer.
I'll remind everyone how you can join the journey for the Brisbane 2032 Olympics.
And I'm still wondering why a dog is pooing on my front lawn.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Now, for the married people here, which there's three of us here.
Present.
Mitch, present. But even if you've got I assume this works even if you've got a partner that you live with.
Present.
Yes. As well as...
We know you've got everything.
Yes.
I'm looking at Lutzi because I'm trying to make him feel left out. But...
Well, it's working.
Well, do you kiss your husband or wife goodbye of a morning when you leave to go to work?
I don't know.
Depends if they're awake and...
If Sarah was awake, I would, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she's asleep, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Wake,
yeah, I generally do. A peck.
Same here.
Like
That's my routine. Is get up, then just as I'm leaving, I go back, just give Joe a quick kiss, and go. And yesterday I didn't. I was just like I don't know. I just didn't do it. And she rang me, and at the end of the thing, she goes, "Oh, you didn't kiss me goodbye this morning." And she goes, "There's a study that says that if you kiss your wife, because this was a study that was done just on husbands with wives, but that the study found, this is what Jode said, that husbands who kiss their wives goodbye of a morning live on average 4 years longer.
Really?
4 years longer than those who don't, and they're more successful. Mm-hmm. And I was like, come on.
Was this a longitudinal study? As in...
What's that mean?
That means that they do it in real time and that they work out, you're not going to kiss your partner. You die. You die before the study's over. Like, how do they work?
Oh, so it's a 40-year study.
Yeah, 40-year study, and they start dropping off the ones.
I think it was a 12-year study.
Yeah.
And, and it found that...
there's real people involved in this study.
Yeah. And a 10-year-old German study. So, it found that men who kiss their wives tend to live longer and that they're more successful as well. Mm. And, the study found that there was a lingering impact of men who kiss their wives goodbye, and blah, blah, blah. It goes on. But it made me, because then this morning I did kiss Joe goodbye.
Yeah.
I was like, another 4 years in the bank, I'll take that.
Purely for that reason, you kissed her goodbye.
Yeah, but it says, so they studied all these managers, and they found out that those who kissed their wives before leaving for work saw an increase in their pay and in their management positions during the course of the study, and that they're saying that conversely, men who did not kiss their wives daily tended to have more negative attitudes at their work and were more moody, depressed and disinterested in their work.
That's funny.
It's a dangerous sort of
area.
Experiment these days, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it's suggesting that, women are just lazy lying in bed while the men go to work.
Oh, yeah. True.
I can't believe you didn't pick up on that.
No, I started thinking about, I saw a study the other day about getting home from work kissing, but it was a certain amount of time. You had to kiss for like 6 seconds. And who kisses for 6 seconds? 1.
I do over the course of a year.
3.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Good news, Suze. Good day, sunshine. I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, it's time to feel good.
Chris Martin gives 64-year-old fan a lift to his Coldplay show.
Your skin and bones.
Skin and bones.
He sang that to him on the way.
To the elderly lady.
What happened?
So Sandra Glenn, 64, she's got osteoarthritis and a dodgy right hip. She was walking to the...
Did you play Skin and Bones then as a joke? Or
No,
got osteoarthritis?
I don't pick the music. That's funny, Dylan.
Well done, Dylan.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway.
What is a skin and bones? Anyway,
Skin and
Sandra
bones.
Glenn's got a dodgy right hip, and Chris just happened to be driving past, obviously in his limo or whatever, and saw that she was struggling to walk to the concert.
How did he know she was going to the concert? Was it obvious? Was she near the stadium?
She might have been wearing a shirt.
Yeah, I don't know. It
Chris
doesn't say
Martin
that.
shirt.
He just said he stopped his car and said, "Do you want a lift?" And she said before the car arrived, she considered going home because it was too hard to get there, and she was going to watch the performance
Just
on
sounds
TV.
like bad planning on her behalf. if you ask me. But
There's a few questions around it, isn't
yeah,
there?
there is a bit actually. But anyway, nice work, Chris.
That's it.
Good News Suze.
Sorry, I'm just burping up my baby.
She just actually regurgitated a bit of her burger, and it landed on top of her burger.
Oh, that's just.
That's what I was vomiting at when it started.
That's disgusting. Don't say that out loud.
Oh,
yes.
Gaslit. I'm the problem.
Takes one to know one. A 12-year-old prodigy now has his own piano thanks to his community.
Is that a piano?
Something.
Actually, is that? What is that? Well, it might be what he learnt on. Jamie Wolf. What a great name. Jamie Littlewolf taught himself how to play the piano using YouTube videos and his sister's toy piano.
No, that might be it.
I think that's what that is. You know, those ding, 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 ding. He didn't have a piano at home, and Jamie would make use of any public ones he could find. You see them around? I saw one the other day somewhere.
Public pianos?
Yeah, I saw one. There's one at Cabarita
Yes.
supermarket.
I've seen one somewhere as well.
Yeah, there's one at
There's one in a hospital somewhere.
the hospital. Is there one at the library in the city?
They couldn't have a piano in a library.
In a
They're just outside. Okay.
Oh, they're around.
They're around the
hearing
city.
you. I'm picking up what
Thank
you're
you.
putting
There
down.
is. There's some around. Yeah. And then he'd make use of public ones, and a video of him in a hotel lobby went viral. Yeah, one of him was playing one in a hotel lobby, and donations started to flood in, and he got his very own baby grand piano.
YouTube, eh? You can
YouTube.
learn anything off YouTube.
You can
pretty
actually.
cool.
You can
Just-
learn anything.
Very good news, and I'll speak about something very similar to that later in the show.
Oh, there's a deep tease for it.
About same sort of thing, but for athletes.
Oh yes. I know
Yeah,
what that is.
okay.
That's a great idea.
Good News Suze.
This is inverted commas. Library of Things lets you borrow whatever you need without buying it.
Library pictures of the quickening canoe.
Yeah, it's a new.
Oh,
Yeah, what is that?
Arctic monkeys.
the monkeys.
It's a new phenomenon. Phenomenon.
Yeah.
Addressing
Yes.
concerned consumers who are looking to escape spending, and they're developing a library of things. So you can go and you can rent like air fryers or baby clothes or anything that you need. You just rent it and then you take it back. There's over 2,000 of these library of things, located in the English-speaking world, and there's one in Eagle Farm here.
What?
There's one in Eagle Farm. We should send
What has it
Mitch
got?
or Nick. Oh, well, it says things like any sort of things like
Air fryers,
air
baby
fryers and
clothes,
baby clothes
a
and
spanner,
spanner, bike pump,
maybe a microwave.
maybe a bicycle.
Oh, and
Bicycle.
and
You just rent them. It's free.
oh, you rent them? Or
Yeah,
Like
it's
a
well, it's
library.
like a library.
A library.
You have to have your
take
library
it out.
card. You take it
Yeah.
out. You got to have it used. You have it back by a certain date.
Go to the catalogue, find it.
The Eagle Farm one is a library of tools. How good.
That's handy.
That's
that
a
is-
great
that's-
idea.
that's a good-
Because you don't want to own every tool you need for every job.
Yes, that's like my idea, Suze, about the exercise equipment the other
Yes,
day.
see?
Do you know the trader thing? Like
Yeah.
I'll swap a Concept 2 for a bloody, what am I looking for now?
For a
Yeah.
running machine.
No,
Yeah, a Pilates bench.
a Pilates bench.
That's right, Pilates bench.
Yes.
A workbench Pilates.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they've got one down there.
There you go.
Head down there.
That's awesome. How's your Pilates going?
Good News Suze. The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast. Visit theladysshake.com.au and use code RADIO to get $20 off. Terms and conditions apply.
Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill's Lose Your Way to Game 1.
Yeah, we're off to Origin 1, Accor Stadium next Wednesday. But this is more than just a trip. It's money can't buy experience, really.
Yeah.
You've got somebody's just about to win the flights, the accommodation, gold class tickets to the match right on the halfway
Well,
line.
it's beyond platinum, really. I mean, great tickets.
Full fitty a
Private
ticket.
bar.
Go to the
Yeah.
match. Go to the match in a limo.
That's a
I keep
big one.
forgetting about the limo, and the accommodation is like 5-star as well. It's magnificent.
And then you escape home bush in a limo as well.
Yeah, get the hell out
Escape
of there.
being the operative
Yeah,
word.
get the hell out of there. Win, lose or draw. But the night before, we also get to go to the Captain's Run, the Maroons Captain's Run.
Nice.
Which is very inner sanctum stuff. We've been asking you all week what you're willing to lose, thanks to our friends at the Man Shake and the Lady Shake, in order to win this great prize. And Nick is out on location as we speak. Yes, Nick, come in.
Up there. Good morning, team. Yes, I'm out on location, and this morning we're down. We've come to Marumba Downs because Alex, I've just put the headphones on and right. Good morning. Look, you said you'd give up anything to go down to State of Origin Game 1, and we appreciate that here. So you said the gaming PC, it had to go. Well, guess what? I'm here in my New South Wales jersey as well, because you got to get ready for... If you're going to have one loss, you're going to have another one. You've got to get you ready for it. If you've got to have hostile territory, you've got to be ready for this.
Yeah.
The gaming PC, I'm the repo man. I am here to collect. But the good news, you are going to State of Origin Game 1. All right, so let's go.
Look at that. Look at that, Nick. His kids are there in tears, but we don't care, do we? Because it's a great radio segment.
It is. Now, Alex, just quickly, how many hours a week? Yeah, we spoke to you last week. How many hours a week do we spend on that gaming PC?
Probably at least 2 hours every day, just to switch off after work.
He's a gamer.
It's brutal. It's brutal.
Are you going to get through these next few days? With Origin on the horizon, is that enough to get you through?
I think that's just enough to get me through. Yeah,
all right.
Just enough to get me through.
Do you reckon we go in and just have a look at this beautiful
let's
setup?
have a look.
Let's have a look.
Do the kids
through,
actually
man.
play it? Because we mentioned the other day, I think he's 33 years of age. The average gamer age is actually 31. So even though this seems like a desperate suburban man right now, he actually is right in the middle of the wheelhouse of gamers.
Yep.
No, absolutely he is. And we're actually to show what a setup this is. This is actually outside of now. We're going outside now. This is away from the house. He does in the man cave. Are we about to go? Are we about to go through this door?
Yeah, it's like a little gym cave in the back of the thing. Oh yeah, there's a little gym here.
Oh, what? You got a killer setup there, mate.
Oh, have a look at this.
What is it?
Back to what you said before. It definitely is, and my son definitely plays it as well. So
he does play.
The 7-year-old son's going to be very disappointed.
Oh my!
The dog's going off.
Like one of those.
No one's happy about this.
That's like 3 screens put together or something. That's a ridiculous setup. What are you playing on that?
Just the old Fortnite and all that sort of stuff. No, that's a little office desk for my work, so that's off to the side.
It's this one here. It's the big boy over here, the big curved screen, the
pick it up,
giant
put
server.
it in the truck, take it
Light
straight
her
to
up.
Lutzie's. Let's go.
Let's get that in my place immediately. Thank you so much. It's going to save me a fortune.
Now watch out, lots. I've got a couple of buyers on Facebook Marketplace as well here, so the bidding war begins.
Fair play. Okay, well, that's
No,
great.
he's already getting sad. He's already getting
The
sad.
young fella's hold on to the controls here. He doesn't want to let go. But look,
that's life,
there's a higher cause here, young man. We'll learn about this. But when Origin calls, you got to step up.
Leave them crying, Nick. Pick it up and run. Let's go.
Sometimes you lose in life.
He might not survive leaving here in that jersey, all right?
Yeah, I
Just
know.
make any mistake.
That's in poor taste, Alex. I agree with you.
Yeah,
There,
what is with that?
you're a Queenslander, though, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, absolutely, through and through.
All right, mate. We'll see you in Sydney next
That's
week.
it. Thanks to the man shake, the lady shake.
Legend, guys. Thank you very much.
Good on you, mate.
Cheers.
Bye.
I've got another pickup.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Lutzi was just saying that he went off and watched Furiosa last night, the latest instalment of Mad Max.
I did. Went down to Event Cinemas at Chermside.
It's copped a bit of a battering.
It was better than I thought it'd be. I think
of
off the
critics.
back of hearing a lot of critical stuff about it, I thought it was pretty good.
Did you see that little
Pretty
kid?
spectacular. Is the kid? Yeah, he's a pretty good role in it.
What's the kid again? What's
Yeah,
the kid's
he-
story? I remember you said it.
Remember, he's that
Kid got
little
bullied.
Indigenous kid
Oh,
that got
yes.
bullied, and then George Miller, the director, saw the media storm about it, and then put him in Mad Max.
Hey, he's a good little
now he's
role.
living large.
He is too. That was good. It was good. Pretty good cast.
Yeah.
Like Ian Roberts.
What is he?
Has a fairly significant role in it.
True.
The footballer.
Yeah, footballer. You keep going. Oh, geez, I think I know that person.
Wow.
Oh, geez, the singer from the old Aussie singer, an old rock and roller.
Suddenly guy? Angry Anderson?
I'll have to check. No.
Well, weird casting.
You know what?
As soon as I could see him, I could see him
So
in
could
Mad Max.
I.
Keep talking.
Singing
I
suddenly.
went and saw the Fall Guy yesterday, the Ryan Gosling, Emily
Yeah, I wanna
Blunt
go
one,
see that as well.
and a weird character that popped up, kept not like a significant role. But you remember the comedian duo, the Umbilical Brothers?
Yes.
Yeah, and there was one guy that was bald, one guy that had the long curly hair, curly-haired bloke. He's like, because it's all about filmmaking, and he's like, yeah, the sound effects guys, and he was in it. He kept popping up as like a sound guy that would come up and put microphones on Gosling and on all the actors in the
But
fake
was he
film
making
element.
the sounds, or was it?
No,
He
he
was
was
just
just
proper acting.
just an actor. Yeah.
Well, that's what. Like Tim Rogers is in this one.
oh, right.
UMI.
From UMI.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
We were talking about him the other day off air for
Yeah,
some reason.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
when
of
Sarah was in.
cameos.
Was it?
Sarah. Someone?
No, Elbow.
Albanese.
Yes.
That's right. God,
Yeah.
he's in it. Is this the
Yes.
next Mad Max from, the original Mad Max? Or has there been some in between?
No, they had one about nearly 9 years ago, Mad Max Fury Road with Charlize Theron. This one is about, it's Charlize Theron's character, but like 20 years earlier. And,
that makes sense.
Yeah, and Tom Hardy took over as Mad Max. And I still think George Miller, who's in like his late 70s at this point and still killing it, he's got plans to make another one called The Wasteland, which I imagine is going to be Tom Hardy coming back to play Mad Max
this one's
again.
have you seen Furiosa?
No.
It's in the Wastelands, but it leaves it. Is it going to be a follow-on? Because it leaves it open. There's like some abundant land that they don't get to.
Right,
I
okay.
presume that, they could end up going that way. Maybe, but maybe not. I don't know.
Well, I think he's leaving it open. People keep saying that they want more movies to be made, either the Mad Max character, the Furiosa, but George Miller, he's the only guy that's ever written and directed these movies, and he's punching 80 at this point. Like he's only got so long of filmmaking left in him.
And he's the Wayne Bennett of filmmaking.
Anya Taylor-Joy is very good in it. That actress.
How many Lincolns?
I'm not qualified to give Lincolns. I'm just looking at some of the other names in it though.
Pussy.
Sean Millis is that? Do you know who that is?
No.
You know that guy?
Oh, yeah, I feel like I know the face.
Pops
Yeah.
up on, is he a singer as well? And he's got I'm paraphrasing here, so I won't go into. Really interesting cast though. Ian Roberts is in it. He plays Mr. Harley.
What's Chris Hemsworth's name again?
Hemsworth is Dr. Dementis.
Yeah.
Quaden Bales, who's the little kid you're talking about, plays Warboy.
Warboy.
Really cool
Brilliant.
names, actually. Lockie Holmes is in it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He actually played 2 roles in the film.
Angus Sampson. There's a lot of faces you go.
Angus is back because he was in Fury Road as well. I watched it on TV last week, the Fury Road. His character, the organic mechanic, they called him, because he was like on the road. He would be like the person who would do all the operations, like because everyone's always getting injured and cut up, and he had to,
exactly.
Yeah, there was like a woman giving birth, and he got thrown in, and they just kept referring to him as organic. He's the organic mechanic.
Yeah,
Like,
that's it.
Brilliant,
That's it.
brilliant.
How good is that?
Keep it coming, George
His
Miller.
name's Organic Mechanic.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
We're going down to the Origin next week, the opening Origin match at a core stadium. In fact, whoever comes along with us, we're drawing that on the show today as well.
Yep.
And Nick's going out there after the news at 7.
To collect what they want to lose.
Yes.
What's it out of again?
It's a handshake, a wedding ring, a cow, her husband's Blues jersey, and signed Warriors jersey or something like that.
There's one other.
And there was one more.
We can't remember. Bagpipes.
Oh, the bagpipe. Yeah, the bagpipes.
the bagpipes.
As well.
I really hope it's the cow. Still.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. My mate Mark actually got in touch with me and said he's got property at it, Canungra Way. He said, I'll take the cow.
Yeah.
So if we pick it up, I've got a home for
Sarah
it.
wanted me to bring it home for the weekend, just the weekend.
Just the weekend.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to have an office cow.
He's also going to collect the gaming PC from last week.
Last week's one, yeah.
As well.
Oh, nice, yeah.
But I saw yesterday, the Maroons trained yesterday. They must be based out at Sanctuary Cove again.
Yeah.
They did
They play the Devs?
They did a run against the Devs.
How good's that?
And, how good is that? Like, what a thrill for the Devs boys.
The A team of the best North Devils team.
Yeah, which would be a fair footy team. Like, that'd be a fair footy team.
They're going all right this year.
They will pose for a picture, and Billy apparently said, geez, I scored some tries in that jersey.
He did too.
With the Maroons. But I think that tomorrow morning at Sanctuary Cove, we'll have to check and get the details of the time, but it's an open training session.
Oh, wow.
I've done it before. I've taken my kids down there before a couple of years ago. It's great. It's great. So they actually, the public is allowed to come. It'll be, I assume, the last time that they do that, where it'll be an open training session, and you can go down there and you can, watch the boys train. They kick. Like last time we did it, we after the training session, there was Cam Smith was still there, JT. I can't remember who else, but there was like 3 of them doing goal kicking practice.
Oh, nice.
It was one of the thrills of Sid's life, because Sid went behind the posts and
Collected footies.
He collected the footies and kicked it back to the guys.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That would
That's
be
out of
fun.
control. That Devils thing as well, like we had this weird moment, Ash and I, where for a few years, either you or me emceed the Player of the Year Awards, Painter Dixon Player of the Year Awards as it was back then, and with no concept of who they were. That we unveil the leaderboard after every 6 rounds, like the Brownlow, like that kind of deal.
You go through game by game.
Yeah.
3 points went to. Blah,
And we
blah.
were unbeknownst to us at that stage. We were standing emceeing in front of Billy Slater, Cameron Smith,
Cooper Cronk,
GI.
GI.
Greg Inglis, Dallas Johnson. There was like state of origin, like rugby league royalty in the room. But at that stage, they weren't royalty yet.
Yeah.
So we were up there he was making gags about Cooper Cronk's name.
I never stopped.
Really? What's so funny about his name?
I can't even remember. I was like,
yeah, we were probably.
I was
drunk.
like, yeah.
We've all
And
pressed
Cronk
that.
cranked up the action. I can't remember what I was saying. It
You
was
were just
all,
working with what you
all
could,
these
right?
C's, yeah.
Yeah, but and they were sitting there, and you just like, like one year I remember, like the 5/8 wasn't there. That could have been anyone, and they gave me the number 6 jersey.
Yeah,
because he wasn't here for the thing. I don't even know he played the 6 that year. Like it would have been. Did they all play in position? Or where did Slater? It would have been at fullback.
Would have been a fullback. Yeah.
Anyway, and then I went to Vegas and left it somewhere and lost the damn thing.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than. I'm smarter than Sue.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suze to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Hello, Emma. Emma, where are you from?
Hi, I'm from Prenslaw.
Where the bloody hell's Prenslaw?
Just in the Lockyer Valley, out towards Plainland.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay. Is it cold? You got the fog out there this morning?
Yeah, we got the fog. It's pretty cold. We're in the sticks.
Okay. Yeah, well, the fog's all the way in here. It still hasn't lifted. We can't tell if it's an overcast day or whether it's still just the fog hanging around.
Only 400 people live in Prenslow?
Really? Good place, Emma?
Apparently.
You like it?
Not too bad. Yeah, it's pretty tiny. My kids used to go to the school there. It had 45 kids there last year, so it's a nice little small-knit community.
Yeah, a bit going on in 2006. It was over 1,000, but it's dropped to 408 at the 2021 census.
Oh, there you go. Have you got the kids with you now?
I sure do.
Are they keen for a gimp? Are they up for it?
Mate.
They're up for it.
If I know one thing about Prenslaw kids, they're up for the gimp.
They're up for the gimp. That's what they always say. And what are we playing for, Mitch? I can't read that. $200, is it?
That's it.
Into the draw for the BYD 803. Oh, and by the way, Emma, it's the last day of 10K a day in May.
Oh, fingers crossed.
So you get an entry into that as well. All right, good luck. Let's go.
Thank you.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Name a colour on the flag of the United Nations.
Red.
Where is the Sea of Tranquility found?
Don't know.
What type of leaves do koalas mainly eat?
Eucalyptus.
What Japanese video game franchise translates to Pocket Monster?
Pokemon.
Spell design.
Don't know.
Stop clock.
Not bad.
Now, there's a woman that
I
doesn't
don't
muck
know.
around. That is trying to save time.
Not out of
They're
Prenslow.
not even going to have a crack at design.
Not Prenslow.
How long did Emma have left on the clock?
7 seconds.
You got money in the bank there,
Pretty
Emma.
good.
What are your kids' names?
I've got Emily, Darcy, and Charlie.
9, 7, and 6, respectively. It says on the board here. Why don't you count them in?
All right, you ready, kids? All right, big loud voice. 3, 2, 1. Bring it again!
See, that's what they teach that in towns, but Prenslow have this sense of timing that I haven't heard anywhere else in Queensland.
That's pure country right there. isn't
Pure
it?
country. And that's a solid 9 1/4 out of 10. That's outstanding.
Well
Emma.
done.
Congratulate those kids, please.
Nice job, kids.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! I thought we a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
Hey, we've done a reverse willy.
What?
We've done a reverse willy.
What's that?
Well, you played Rabs first.
Oh,
we
yeah,
didn't
we
play
did.
the Bring
Oh,
in the
played the
Gimp.
Bring
And
in
it
the
says
Gimp.
here it's a
was it?
Texas Hold'em by producer Alicia.
Oh.
Is this a new one?
Oh, we missed it.
Is this new?
Let's play it.
You-
Have we played it before?
I don't know.
She's a champion,
I remember this.
Susie O'Neill. So you think you can beat her? Let's bring in the Gimp, and we'll soon find out
It's good.
who will win and take the crown.
Nice.
great.
I like
good.
that.
That
A couple of
gets
weeks
deep.
ago we played that apparently.
That gets deep.
Yeah. All right, Suze, you ready?
How?
30 seconds on the clock.
Oh, deep.
Sorry, yeah, concentrate.
Your time starts now. Name a colour on the flag of the United Nations.
Blue.
Where is the Sea of Tranquility found?
I don't know.
What type of leaves do koalas mainly eat?
Eucalyptus.
What Japanese video game franchise translates to Pocket Monster?
Mario Brothers.
Spell design.
DESIGN.
Stop the clock. Hold it. Double two go.
You always learn.
Tay.
Okay.
I like that. They played over each other. That was good. That's weird.
Okay. Actually, it's not double two go. Take that back.
I was going to say. I thought you could see it.
All right. What did Suze have on the clock there?
7 seconds as well.
Okay, Emma.
Yes. Yes.
This is rarely used, but you've both got the same amount of time, 7
wow.
seconds.
You're
so
kidding.
there's an achievement in itself. Suze never gets beaten on time.
Well done.
And in the event of a draw today, the benefit of the doubt goes to you, the caller, and you'll win. We're going to start from the bottom and work up. Spell design. Emma said, I don't know. Suze got it right. DESIGN. Suze leads 1-0. What Japanese video game franchise translates to Pocket Monster? Suze said Mario Kart.
I said Mario Kart.
That's wrong. Pokemon is what Emma said, and that is correct.
Oh, dear.
It's 1-1. What type of leaves do koalas mainly eat? You both said eucalyptus. That is correct.
Eats roots and leaves.
2-2. That's a wombat, isn't it?
Oh, koala eats roots and leaves.
Don't think it eats roots, buddy.
Okay.
A wombat does. Sea of Tranquility.
How'd you not get this?
Sea of Tranquility.
What? I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of the Sea of Tranquility?
No, I've never.
The Sea of Tranquility is
What?
on the moon. It's on the moon.
I didn't know that.
Really?
Does everyone know that?
Well, I knew it. It took me a second.
Yeah, I think I've heard it in the songs and stuff. Sea of Tranquility.
You can see it from Uranus.
It's still 2-2, and it comes down to this. Name a colour on the flag of the United Nations.
Boom, boom.
Suze said blue. Emma said red. Correct answer is blue. Suze wins 3-2.
Oh, wow.
Oh, did Emma get Sea of Tranquility?
No.
Oh, see, not everyone knows.
No, I just, yeah. Okay. Just did that.
That's right.
Oh, bad luck. You get to go in the cave. Cave.
That's okay. Just put the top to the cave.
Have a good day. And get to the gym then.
Why?
It'll make you feel good.
Oh, okay. I've got a double pass to the Tenerife Festival, which is coming up on Saturday, June 8th. That's only a week away now. It's going to be so good. The Cat Empire, Fundamentals, Josh Pike, plus you can meet Bluey for the kids. Tickets are on sale now, tenerifefestival.org. It's the biggest and best it's ever been. I cannot wait for this next week, the Tenerife Festival. Make sure you check it out. And I'll tell you what, I'll give you a double pass to see iFly Chermside, to experience iFly Chermside, I should say. It's an experience you'll never forget. You can jump on now, ifly.com.au. I've done this. It's a lot of fun.
What is it, buddy? What is it?
It's basically you're skydiving, but you're in a big tube in a tank.
Have you done that?
Yeah, it's awesome. I did it with some swimmers, Shane and Jack, and that back in the day. It was really cool. It was such a fun thing to do. So you'll love that. Emirates at Chermside. It's a bit of a hike for you guys, but next time you're in town,
In the big smoke?
go nuts.
Perfect. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Why is one shoe off, Susan? What's happening?
What happened to you?
I went to the toilets then.
I told Susie
Did you
a little
drop
bit
your
of extra time than what we ended up
then
having.
I was in
Sorry,
the
Suze.
No, that's fine. But when I was in the toilet, I got a problem because I've realised, you know, I've got a cereal. Someone is dropping someone's dog is pooing on our front lawn and leaving it there all
They're
the
going to send
time.
the work toilet.
Yeah.
I thought Bento's go.
Hang on, she's got a shoe
No,
off.
so
Why
I realised that yesterday. Last night I got home because I went to trivia night. I got home in the dark and I must have stood. I was in the toilet going, I mean, something smells, but not like me.
No, yours wouldn't smell.
What were you sitting? You were sitting on the toilet sniffing.
Something smells, but not
No
like
one
rose
thought. No one thought it was
And I
yours.
was like, it smells like something smells like dog poo.
Mm.
And I looked down at my shoe. I'm like, I think that's dog poo. And then I took off my shoe and I smelt it. I've just washed it. Don't worry.
Yeah, why you
I'm like, that damn dog that keeps pooing on our front lawn. I must have stood on it last night when I came home in these shoes. So that's why I was late back in.
Is that what you've been walking around in all morning this morning?
Yes. Did you smell anything in here?
I haven't.
I did.
Oh, but I'll tell you what I
You've
did.
been walking through the carpet.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you what I did do is, like, we live in a unit on the
Yeah.
coast, and I busted someone with their dog, like walking past.
Oh, what'd you do?
They weren't in front of our place, but it was just to the side, and I saw them saw the dog do its thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let's see what this owner's all about here. Because you know how they have the bags? Like we've got the bags that...
Attached to the leash.
Attached to the leash. So it's there. It's right there. And they didn't have a bag. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to sit here and watch this and see what type of dog owner we've got here. And they just kept on walking.
Well, it says more about you as a human as well. It's not just a dog.
About me?
Well, no, not you. Well, a little bit you because you're watching them.
Yeah.
But it's about that person, about what sort of human they are. The Sanctuary Cove thing. This is the Facebook group you got to start. Have you done that yet?
Well, not on Facebook, but
Sanctuary. Well, just get on it or get someone from your local area. Sanctuary Cove locals, attention dog owners who live at the address, which must be a gated community, and close by residents. Dog droppings are to be picked up. This is disgraceful behaviour. We know who you are, and then in caps, stop, and then a photo of the poo on the grass.
Yeah, well, that's unnecessary. Everyone knows what it looks like.
Yeah.
By the way,
that one.
If you're unfamiliar.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
And I'm looking at footage. It's come up on my phone up north, F&Q in Cairns. I think it was a couple of days ago. It's been really wet there, so the footpath was flooding. There was a small stingray that was swimming along a road in Cairns.
What?
Like the water was probably...
in Cairns?
In Cairns, a foot deep, maybe.
Geez, stingrays can be dangerous, but the other thing I think of was crocodiles.
Yeah.
Isn't
this an incredible country?
I know. I was just thinking that.
Like, Suze, I was talking to a couple of Kiwis actually just a couple of days ago, and I didn't know this, and this is common knowledge for you guys would all be aware, I'm sure, but for whatever reason, I didn't know New Zealand doesn't have snakes.
Oh, yeah, I did know that.
Did you know that?
I feel like I only heard that last week. I feel like I hear it all the time, but I must just put it to the back of my mind thinking that it sounds ridiculous considering what we go through,
and
we have.
They were talking about what it's like to come to Australia. They go, man, we don't even have snakes in New Zealand. I went, what, none at all? No. They walk through long grass like they just don't care.
Okay. Because I used to just have birds there, I know. And they never used to have, the thing I know is they never used to have possums. And Australia introduced possums over there. You know how here they're protected. Like we love possums in Australia.
Yeah.
Over there they hate them so much that I was on a tour group then found I was from Australia. Like, you brought the possums over here.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. No.
Well, at least we didn't bring the snakes.
Yeah, lucky there's no snakes.
You come over here, all of a sudden, we got snakes, we got the spiders, we've got the...
Have they got spiders?
We've got the crocodile. They've got spiders, but I don't think they've got like the big... They haven't got like the red bellies, the redbacks.
Okay.
And that. Yeah, we've got the crocodiles. we've got all this. And now we've got stingrays coming down the street.
Can you imagine that? You're walking down the street and there's a stingray swimming along next to you.
We can sit there and talk about how weird it is.
Bizarre.
My in-laws, my whole family down in Victoria, they'll call like, "Did you see that footage of the stingray up in Cairns?" I'll be like, "Oh yeah, it happens all the time in Queensland."
That's how we live up here, mate.
We're tough.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We stand on the back of them and ride them down the street.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Yeah, Donald Trump's been found guilty on all charges, all 34 charges, and with the latest on that, exactly what it means, David Woywood is the US Bureau Chief for Channel 7 News. You'll see his coverage tonight, but he joins us from the courthouse now. Morning, David. Can you put it into layman terms exactly what has transpired this morning?
Yeah, guys, good morning. Look, it all happened pretty fast, and it was all very sudden here today. We've been told that the jury in this case that had been deliberating for just 12 hours on 34 criminal charges that Donald Trump was to retire for the day. And then it all changed in an instant. We were told that they had a verdict. They have come into that courtroom. Donald Trump was there. And in the foreman of this jury, this 12-person jury, New York men, 7 New York women, they have read out that verdict, and it was guilty on all charges. So now we have Donald Trump, the former president, now a convicted felon, and he is now awaiting sentencing in this case that will happen on July 7, just a few days before the Republican National Convention. Of course, that's that big party that the Republicans will be having to actually confirm him as their candidate for this election. So this is American history today, guys. You cannot sort of understate the importance of it.
What's this mean as like percentage-wise of him going to prison and his presidential aspirations as well?
Well, to that point, prison is a very real option now for this judge in this case. His name is Juan Nashan, and he's taken a pretty dim view to this type of white-collar crime before, and essentially that is what these charges are. These were falsifying business records with that intent and that conspiracy to sort of sway the election in the run-up to the 2016 election by paying that hush money to the former adult film star, Stormy Daniels, and he did that through his former personal attorney, Michael Cohen. So there's a very real chance here that this judge could actually hand down a prison sentence. Would that happen? I mean, he's going to have to take into consideration so many factors here. But look, in the very unlikely, perhaps, scenario that Donald Trump is sent to jail, he can still run for president, he can still win this election, and he can still govern the country from behind bars, technically. But I think there might be a few little hurdles before we get to that point.
How bizarre. Do you think he'll appeal? And if he does appeal, do you think he'll appeal after the election? Maybe that's a way he'll get around it. And then he can pardon himself.
Yeah, there's a few... I mean, yes, if he wins, he would love to pardon himself. And I don't think many people sort of have their heads around the logistics of this, because it's never really been tested before in American history, has it? It's all new territory here for the American legal system. So there are so many things at play right now. But yes, very likely that the Donald Trump team will be working on that appeal process right now. He's come out, he's been, of course, selling that message that this was a witch hunt, that these were rigged charges against him, or sort of put up by Joe Biden. He's been blasting the judge in this case. He's been really putting out this message that he is the victim in all of this. It has been swallowed by a number of his supporters. A number of them have been down here, of course, for the past few weeks as well, and they see it the same way. The big challenge for Democrats now will be, will other Republican supporters still see it that way, or will they be a little bit turned off? We still know Donald Trump is leading Joe Biden in a number of those crucial swing states. So will there be enough that might actually now hold their nose now that Donald Trump is a convicted criminal and vote for Joe Biden come November? It's a big question I'm sure pollsters are asking in those crucial states right now.
It's amazing. He's now officially a convicted felon.
Crazy.
That is it. Donald Trump can add that to his list of titles now. Brash, real estate mogul, real estate, entrepreneur, billionaire, reality TV show host.
Ex-president.
Convicted felon.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast. Visit theladysshake.com.au and use code RADIO to get $20 off. Terms and conditions apply.
Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill's Lose Your Way to Game 1.
Yep, we're heading down on Tuesday, after the show on Tuesday, so we'll be broadcasting live from Sydney on Wednesday, game day, and you could be coming along with us. Now, Nick is back out on site. We've already picked up the gaming console from Alex earlier today, and over to you, Nick, to pick up the second winners.
Well, yes. Now, of course, we had so many things we could pick up this week. And look, I'm going to tell you now, guys, I'm going to disappoint you. We're not taking the cow.
No.
Couldn't get the cow. Not for a lack of trying, but earlier we had, it was Tani from Aspley who said that she is just done with her partner Tyson's bagpipes. And unfortunately, I'm now in Tyson's living room with the big man himself. And Tyson, you got to part way with him. 15 years a piper, and look, your partner's throwing you under the bus.
I know. I'm pretty devastated. I knew she wasn't a massive fan of the pipes, but I didn't know she didn't like them this much to actually give them away. But it is what it is. I don't know.
Do you think she'd just rather that she lost something that you loved as opposed to something that she loved for these great tickets, mate? Like the prizes are epic.
Yeah, something I loved and something she hated. So she's got a bit of a win-win out of this at the end of the day.
Where are they? Can you play them?
Yeah, we've actually got them right here. So
whack 'em,
come on, look.
Can you play something sad?
Yeah.
Old Lang Syne or like.
Yeah, got a bit of Old Lang Syne for us.
Time to say goodbye.
Here we go. It's a sad moment. You can play.
That's awesome.
Ring the bell, Ash. That's the best bagpipe.
Maybe we should take him down. Maybe we should bring him down to Sydney, to the Origin, the bagpipes, in the grandstand.
Imagine the bagpipes out
fun.
at Homebush.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. No, they've got to be taken off him. That's part of the deal.
And there's a bit of a problem there, isn't there, as well, Tyson? Because have you got something coming up this weekend?
Yeah, I've got a pipe band competition this weekend. So
No, you
I'm not
don't.
not sure.
Deal with it, mate. Deal with
Not
it.
sure how the band's going to go with that, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, mate, it's coming in the back. We've already got a PC in the back of the car. Gus, we locked the car, didn't we? I'm just checking. Yeah, okay, just checking. It's going in the back there, mate. So you're going to have to sort someone else's
Where's Tani as well? She's the one that instigated. Is she there?
Yeah. No, she left for work. She's up and run. Yeah.
She's out
She
the door.
stitched you up,
Hang on.
hasn't she?
Is she on the phone? I think she's on the phone. We got her on the phone. Hang on, stay there. Tani,
Hello, good morning.
did you get emotional then as old anxiety? I know you didn't.
Look, I felt a little bad. But also, I've never been to Origin, so...
Well, hang on. Well, it's not you that's won the tickets. It's Tyson. So we better check over to you, Tyson. Are you still taking Tani with you?
Definitely not. No, I didn't think you were serious when you said that, Tani.
No,
so.
Tani won the tickets.
Oh, no, Tani did win the tickets.
Tani won the
yes,
tickets.
she
So,
did.
yes. He's the bit player here. Okay.
Right.
So, like, Tani gets to decide. But I'm presuming you are going to take him, Tani.
Yeah, definitely. I have to after that.
Fantastic.
All
Well,
right, well, the Bagpipes are no longer. You don't have to put up with them anymore. But we'll see you in Sydney next week.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
congrats, Tani. Can you just get back on? Can we just play out with a bit more bagpipes, please? There's something else very, very sad. Something emotional. Something time to say goodbye. Whatever.
Yeah,
you got.
something sad. We're doing requests here.
But as for the last time we hear these bagpipes. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is like the, what is it, the Rose of Scotland or something?
Rose of Tattoo?
No, the
Tattoo?
it's a Scottish song. Dun, 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 dun. They play this at the rugby stadiums. Nick?
Nick's got the headphones off. He's just living it.
I cannot hear over the bagpipes. I'm so glad we're taking these.
You hear this at a stadium, it's actually a great track. I reckon you hear it at rugby stadiums. I'm paraphrasing.
He goes all right, doesn't he?
Very good.
Well done, mate.
Thank you to
Well
you.
done.
Big thanks to the Manshake. Jump aboard manshake.com.au. And all thanks to them. We're taking those bagpipes off. And the guys are heading down to Sydney on Tuesday.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
We mentioned yesterday, Olympics-wise, that Cindy Hook, the CEO of the Brisbane 2032 Organising Committee, spoke very impressively from all reports at a QUT sort of leaders forum thing about, well, the thing we mentioned that she was saying, okay, if you want this new stadium, it's time for the people of Brisbane to speak up and to say, come on, we need this moving forward because the politicians tell us we don't want it and blah, blah, blah. And you were saying on another radio station they've got good support as well.
Yeah, it did. It was actually on the ABC. They did a poll of do you want a new stadium or rebuild the current ones, and it was overwhelming. They want a new stadium on this
that's
one
interesting.
particular program.
For ABC listeners, one that everyone does. But secondary to that, Nat Cook was there, of course, the 2000 Olympic gold medalist in beach volleyball, who has since then become a really awesome person in Queensland sport in particular through the Queensland Academy of Sport and through various different avenues.
She's a juggernaut. She's got so much energy and passion
She really
for athletes.
is, and she's in the right space as far as the agenda-wise, I think, with what she's doing with sport and with athletes. And she must have mentioned, they must have shown a video of a young athlete from Ipswich, a 15-year-old, might be 16-year-old now, called Gout, who's this great track and field runner that I spent a bit of time with down at the National Championships and Olympic Trials in Adelaide about a month or two ago.
What was that race he won over the weekend, that kid?
Well, I mean, I think you're seeing old vision of what he won. I think it's state titles or something like that. He ran 10:29 for the 100 metres.
He beat, the next one was still back at the 50 metre.
It's actually extraordinary. He actually almost he's out at QE2. I think it was at QE2, and the beautiful Nathan Cusack, and he's still going at that top speed.
Yeah,
and he's almost hitting the grandstand. Yeah. Like if he had to run a 200, he would have run a bloody quick 200.
Yeah, that's true.
Just to slow down. It's Usain Bolt like, and he runs his 200 is actually phenomenal. I think he's run 25 or something, 20.5. He's a school
only
kid from Ipswich.
He's still at school, is he?
Yeah.
He's a big boy. Like muscly, strong, isn't he? Like,
and if his trajectory continues, like if you look at other athletes at that age, you're looking at some truly world-class performances and almost Bolt-ish kind of things.
Will he make Paris?
So he hasn't made Paris. He did run at the Nationals. He's run a couple of open open-aged events, but still obviously runs under 20. He ran under 20, which I think is a good thing at this stage. He's 16 years of age, and his training partner is a kid called John Cassiano, also from Ipswich, without getting technical, has already jumped 7 metres 60. He's a 15-year-old, already jumped 7 metres 60 for the long jump, which is unheard of at that age. And he's a great sprinter as well.
What a relay team.
This is coming down the pike. These kids are 15, so Brisbane 2032, they're going to be 23 years of age, right in the wheelhouse for Brisbane. And they're local products. It's amazing. But the point is, at this point, they're just hippie kids, particularly Cassiano. Like, they've got World Juniors coming up, and it's self-funded. That they can't afford to go. So Nat was talking about this thing that she's behind called the Aussie Athlete Fund. There's actually a website, AussieAthleteFund.com. And they spoke the other day, and I know a couple of people that I know, some great, who want to remain unnamed, that have thrown $500 in already for, I think particularly for Cassiano getting to the World Juniors. And it drew me back to that thing I've spoken about a lot, about the opportunity, no matter who you are in Queensland, buying in and investing, in inverted commas, not necessarily with money, but just in investing mentally with a young athlete, someone this is the exact scenario, a 15, 16-year-old athlete right now, whether you're a school kid or you're a school teacher that can get a class involved or whatever the case may be, or you're just an adult, or you're a small business person, or you work for a huge business, like just connecting with athletes in some way and becoming part of their journey from now until Brisbane 2032.
Great idea.
And I've said this a lot, but in my lifetime, not even my career, in my lifetime, some of the most amazing, I get goosebumps thinking about it, some of the most amazing things I've been lucky enough to be a part of is that evolution of an athlete from becoming a young school-age kid and reaching their dreams. In my case, mostly it's been dreams in the Olympic form, in track and field. And to just play a small part of that is just the most incredibly powerful. It's like a superpower that we all have in the lead up to the 2032 Olympics. So this is one way that Nat Cook is actually finding a way that you can actually be part of the journey. It's called AussieAthleteFund.com. So if you're listening now, it's a great way to get involved in some small way. It doesn't have to be. I think a couple of my mates gave $500 each.
Yeah.
Just getting this kid on a plane to the World Juniors, which is such an important role moving forward to the next Olympic cycle. And they'll probably be in the frame for LA in 4 years. Not quite yet, but right now is the important bit where you've got to, as you know, Sue, is where you've got to continue that momentum through to reach the point where you can be
If you haven't got
elite.
the cash and you can't go to the meets, then it's pretty hard. But that's great that Nat Cook's doing that. What Aussie Athletes Fund, is it?
Aussie Athlete Fund. We might put the link up on our socials once Nick's back in the studio. But to a broader point, and I want to discuss this more over time as we get closer to the Olympics, finding your buy-in, particularly with kids right now. If you're a parent there, thinking about through your school, push your school to get involved just with one athlete, like John Cassiano, but maybe being one where you can, a class can establish a really positive dialogue through social media with these athletes and support each other, and you'll be amazed how much return you get from the athletes who love to hear these young kids supporting them. So it's about, again, let's change the dialogue here and start getting excited about the greatest show on earth coming here in 8 years, as opposed to where a lot of heads are at right now. Nice.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
There were scenes. There were scenes in the kitchen just then.
What?
Maddy Rowe lost the plot.
Oh, she was grinning like a Cheshire cat.
Yes.
Before.
Yep.
Phenomenal. Is she recording? What's she doing in there?
It was all silent, and then all of a sudden it was just like hysterical
God.
laughter and what is going on, and
I
then
wasn't
there was
even
a
there.
shriek.
Did you see anything? I just walked in 10 seconds late, and it was as if explain it. Maddie, what did you see?
Maddie, what happened?
I was there sipping my coffee, and then all of a sudden, I was hearing the sound of a shower.
Yeah, because there's a shower right next to the kitchen.
There is a communal shower, and all of a sudden, Rach comes out half dressed with a towel, high beaming, to pick up
So
her
when we
extra
say half
clothes.
dressed, she's obviously left her clothes out in the kitchen
Yeah.
for some reason. She's walked out, not half dressed, in a towel.
Was it covering her high beam?
No, but beaming.
Yes.
Like we're talking like kneecaps.
Yeah.
Like roofing nails.
She had a t-shirt on, but no bra.
Okay,
High
right.
beams. She was obviously very
Aroused? How would you describe it? We didn't see it. You're the one who saw it.
I think as a woman, sometimes that happens when you're feeling aroused or when you're feeling terrified, because we're at work.
Yeah.
We're at work and no one wants to do a walk of shame out at the shower.
Maddie's just going, this is the ultimate walk of shame. I was on the balcony and then I've come in and
So you didn't see it?
I didn't see anything, Your Honour. I didn't see anything.
Did you lot see?
I didn't see anything. All I
Just
saw
Maddie.
was Maddy Rowe
Yeah.
just like in stitches of
She
laughter.
was in
and-
safe territory.
You know?
Oh, poor thing. She's forgotten her she's forgotten her bra as well. So
What, for the entire day?
the entire day. So if anyone's got a jacket in the office,
Oh, we set a new sales record.
She'll break budget.
She's going to break budget.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Breaking news in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Lutzie's doing investigative reporting after Rach from our sales department just had to do the ultimate walk of shame in front of Maddie a couple of moments ago. What say you, David?
Yeah, I know we're crossing to another news story with Donald Trump in a moment. Just before we get into that, I've actually relocated in sales at the moment where our person in question is currently rather weirdly wearing a T-shirt and then some sort of weird sort of pullover draped across her bosoms. Is the best way to describe it. I don't know where she has borrowed this from. I found... Hello, Rachel. How are you?
Hello, Lutzi. How are you?
Yeah, explain to us exactly what happened earlier, as described by Maddy Rowe.
Well, I thought that I could come out of the toilet, out of the shower without anyone seeing me. I looked both ways, and Maddie was hidden, drinking a coffee, and caught me in my towel, and I'm humiliated.
Thankfully, Ash and I narrowly missed it, which would have created a lot of HR issues, obviously, for the station. But I found like a sleeveless Nova shirt for you, because what you're wearing right now doesn't seem something that you can do sales at Nova for. So is that going to help you, do you think?
Yeah, I think that will be great.
And what have you learnt from this, Rachel, this whole experience?
Never to shower at work.
Or just don't leave your clothes in the kitchen as well, maybe?
Two different bags, all right? I had two different bags.
Right, she had two different bags. There we go. So, Rachel, we've got some sort of Nova pullover situation for her now. They're having some sort of group meeting in sales to see how they move forward today. That's the next question. We're going to have some counsellors come in and go through that with our other, Coxie's here. I've never seen Coxie walk around like this before. It's out, he doesn't know what's going on either. It's a disaster over here in sales, but it looks like we've averted it, and Rachel is now fully covered and will continue on with her day. Back to you guys.
Well, thanks for clearing that up.
And not only do we have the perfect song play before Lutzi, there's the perfect verse from that song as well while we're all having lunch.
Yes, go on. What the hell?
Where was it
Like it was
live?
written for that exact scene. That should be the scene
What
from the
the
film
hell?
clip.
The security cameras could have the video clip for us by 9 a.m. this morning. Thank you, Lutzi. Reporting live from sales.
Thank you.
Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill's Caller of the Week.
Hey, this was a classic. I forget why we were talking.
The castle.
Oh, it was the castle yesterday.
The castle.
Remember this when
I don't know who's won the prize for the best call. We've had so many good callers.
was it Shazia? Let's have a listen.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
right.
I
Yeah.
watched it at TAFE
So why did you watch it at TAFE?
because our English teacher was very excited about this movie and said that you will learn English very well if you watch this movie. So we watched it and I could not understand a word. Because of that.
They're watching it to learn English. That's hilarious.
Shazia from Redcliffe. You're the caller of the week.
Yay!
Here you're watching we're talking about the castle, that's right. And we're saying who's seen the castle, who hasn't seen the castle. That's right. And you said you had to watch it for TAFE.
Yes, I did. We watched it at TAFE. But I did try to watch it at home with kids and they were not interested at all. At that time. It was a long time ago. I haven't tried again yet.
So you took a movie that you technically paid to watch at TAFE and didn't understand, took that home and showed your kids that.
Yes, and they were not interested at that time. They were quite
funny that.
young, 5 years old and 2-year-old. But the teacher was trying to kind of translate it because it was very, how you can say that, thick, Australian accent. So we could not understand a word. But she was trying to, explain it and translate it, and she was very happy about it and really excited to show that movie to us. I really liked it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But we didn't understand what they were saying.
Well, Buzzman, who normally presses the buttons for us, he's off today with COVID, but he sent a message out yesterday. He said to watch it, and it wasn't his liking either.
English is his first language as well.
Yeah.
He didn't like it. So maybe, I don't know.
Well
Well done.
You're our caller of the week. So in the merch pack that we've got, I've got a Gone Fishing bucket hat, which you can wear around proudly.
You could have my beach bag, Just Keep Swimming Beaches.
And then what would Lutzy do, stubby cooler?
Well done. Enjoy that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Have a good
Thanks
day.
so much.
Have a good weekend.
The Ash, Lutzy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Sue.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Sue's to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
$300 on the line this morning.
300. Hello, Julie.
Oh, hello there. How are you?
Pretty good. Chores around the house this weekend. Working from home today and works for a charity.
Nice work.
Yes, charity. Can I give it a plug? It's called Blue Light Queensland.
And
You know the Blue Light Discos?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're having our 40th anniversary event this year. I thought I'd get that in while I'm on the air.
What do you do, Blue Light Discos?
Yeah. So Blue Light Discos, we work very closely with Queensland Police.
Good on you.
Trying to keep kids, entertained and off the street.
Excellent.
Hit up a few of those back in the day.
Oh, man, the Blue Light Discos.
Yeah.
We used to go to have the Blue Light Discos.
Where'd you have them?
I had some at Harvey Bay, and then when I came to the coast, we had some at the Gold Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're having a 40th anniversary event at the Tivoli in July. So
Nice. Fantastic.
Great venue.
back to the 80s.
Nice.
Lutzy always talks about he used to just sit, he'd just be seated down at the Blue Light Disco. Yeah. Last song would come on of the night.
All by myself, Julie.
Rest of us would be up dancing and having a good time, and Lutzy would be sitting there by himself.
What do you mean Blue Light Disco? It still happens.
Oh, that's good stuff. It's nice to know they're still going too, so shout out Blue Light Disco.
Well done.
All right,
Awesome.
Julie, let's go then. $300 and 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. According to the saying, the early bird gets the what?
Worm.
True or false, the capacity of Suncorp Stadium is larger than 50,000?
True.
Which board game features the tiles free parking and community chest?
Monopoly.
What is the official currency of South Africa?
Rand.
Spell accolade.
ACCOLADE.
Stop the clock. Player.
Good round.
Hi, caramba.
Woo, doggy. That was very good, Julie. Very good.
Awesome.
How much time did she have left?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. You're going to be hard to beat. Let's bring in the Gimp.
Give me that, give me that, give me that,
Gaza.
give me that thing, give me that, give me that, give me that thing, give me that, give me that, give me that thing.
Still going.
Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that thing, give me that, give me that, give me that thing, give me that, give me that, give me that, Gimp.
Scary.
Susie O'Neill. Hold the phone, Freddie. Susie O'Neill. It will be a miracle. You won't see anything like that again this year.
Are you ready, Suze?
Yeah.
She's reading about Julie.
Last time this week.
I'm just reading about Julie.
Oh, she's very impressive. Blue Light Discos.
Blue
She
Lights.
does charity work. Blue Light
Oh, they
Discos.
still go?
Yeah.
Blue Lights, it's called.
Oh, I heard they were saying you need to do more of those.
Well,
Keep the
that's-
kids off the street.
Julie's doing
That's exactly what
that.
she's about.
Oh, great. Cool.
You ready?
Yeah.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. According to the saying, the early bird gets the what?
Worm.
True or false, the capacity of Suncorp Stadium is larger than 50,000?
False.
Which board game features the tiles free parking and community chest?
Monopoly.
What is the official currency of South Africa?
You don't know.
Spell accolade.
ACCOLADE.
Stop the clock.
Oh, what is it in South Africa?
What did Suze have left?
6 seconds.
Ooh, Suze is just ahead on time.
Yeah, it starts with R, I reckon. Ran.
That could be wrong. What do I know?
She ran so fast.
And she ran. According to the saying, the early bird gets the worm.
Worm.
You both got it. 1-1. Which board game, true or false, the capacity of Suncorp Stadium is larger than 50,000? Julie said true. Suze said false.
Come on, Suze.
Come on, Suze.
Come on.
What?
It's our biggest stadium in the city. 52.
It's true. 52,500 people. Julie hits the front 2-1. 3 to play. Which board game features the tiles, free parking and community chess? You both said Monopoly. That is correct. The official currency of South Africa. Did you give an answer, Suze? No. You said I don't know. Julie said the rand.
Rand
is correct.
Oh, you knew that, Julie?
Yep.
You're in stride.
I did. I'm actually from South Africa.
I use it to buy my biltong.
Wow.
Oh,
really? You're from South Africa? Come on.
Well, born in England and then grew up in South Africa and been in Oz for about 27 years.
You're a regular Tony Gregg.
Hmm.
You know what that is, do you?
Cricketer.
Yeah, sorry. Know your audience, David.
That didn't go very well, did it? And spell accolade.
Even you pricks.
ACCOLADE. Julie, you aced it. You got 5 from 5. You're smarter than Suze. You've won $300.
Can we get a prize for her too, Lutzi? Because Julie was really good and she
won $200.
300.
300.
We'll just give her one thing from the cave. Don't even go in there if you don't feel like it.
Oh, jump in there, mate.
No, I'll walk into the cave for you, Julie. I'm going to give you, on top of the $300, I'm going to give you you know what? I'll give you a $150 Epic Hair Designs voucher, Julie. There you go. You can get all shushed up. For the
Perfect, thank you.
For the next Ipswich, what have you got up there? Ipswich show?
Blue light.
Ipswich Cup or the blue light?
Yeah, I'll do it for the blue light back to the 80s. How's that?
Nice work, Julie. Get a perm. Nice work.
Also in the drawer
No,
for
my hair's already curly.
Oh, really? We'll get it straightened. I don't bloody know. Enjoy that, thanks to Epic Hair.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.